Hey everybody, it's Cheryl. Welcome back to Technique of the Week. It's week number 11, and on this week on Technique of the Week, we're going to be talking about fusible panels by a company called Quiltsmart. So if you remember back in the day, I talked about doing a watercolor quilt using that fusible interfacing, and at the time I absolutely hated that project. I thought it was terrible. The seams were bulky. When I quilted it, it broke all sorts of needles. It was awful. I have to tell you that Quiltsmart has totally revolutionized the fusible interfacing piecing technique, and I actually am in love with how this goes together. So let me just tell you how it works. They have pre-printed fusible panels, and what you do is there's a bumpy side and a smooth side. The bumpy side actually has the fusible attached to it. So what you're going to do is flip it over, and you're going to arrange all of your little squares. And in this project, it's 2.5-inch squares. I'm going to arrange all my squares and iron them so that they're fused to the interfacing. And then I'm going to follow their instructions for piecing. But the really cool technique comes in where you clip the seams open, and that allows the seams to nest so that you don't get any of that crazy bulk. It's just totally changed my mind about how this stuff works, and I'm totally much more in love with how this goes together. So once you have it all fused together and you've actually done all of your piecing, then on this particular project, what you do is you turn it into a mug rug, and this is the pieced side. But what was even more interesting is they have a fusible applique project on this same thing. So what you do is you sew around the interfacing, and then you have a hole that you've cut in the interfacing so that you can flip it right side out. And when you do that, you have the bumps on the back of the piece, and all your seams have like turned to the inside so that you have this now ready to fuse piece. And I did that here on the project, which is a reversible mug rug. So you have the pieces on one side and the applique technique on the other. I thought this was really genius, and they have a ton of patterns available. So you might be most familiar with the Mondo Bag, which is really a Mondo bag. It's huge. This is like the best tote bag. It's enormous. So my friend Tracy made this bag for me, and she really had a great time making it. And as you can see, the way you put the panels together, it comes together. She told me it was really super ingenious, the way the whole bag like sort of folds up to create the bottom. Really just follow the directions, take your time, go slow, and you really are going to enjoy making this bag. So again, be on the lookout for these Quiltsmart patterns and panels. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Be sure to follow along on my blog at www.muppin.com. You can also go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you get a copy of this video in your newsfeed every single week. And you can also go to my website and sign up for my newsletter and get a copy of the 52 Technique of the Week checklist in your mailbox, and we can follow along right along with us. So thanks, have a great day, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!